Alrighty, Chris. I might start doing a whole bunch of series on the E minor pentatonic, which comes from G major. But we'll stay one more thing on the D. I've gone over the pentatonic, which is also the B minor pentatonic. Any minor pentatonic comes from a major key. So with D, it's B minor. If you were doing an A minor pentatonic, that comes from C. Just think of a 3-fret separation from the root note from major to minor. And if you were doing E minor, it's major, 3 frets up from an open E is a G. So I might do something on that because the first block starts in the first space here at another time. But I want to stay on the D. We've been over the pentatonic. So we got... Now see, I can make that sound like B minor simply by ending on a B note. But I'm ending on D each time and you hear the pure D major instead of the B minor, even though it's B minor pentatonic also. But see, again, if I stay there and do the same notes, but I emphasize the B, put some dirt on it. All right, so we're here, and then here. And then we did the diatonic. We start at the lowest point on the fretboard in D major, which is also the B natural minor scale is in D major, but also E Dorian. And so on, F sharp, Phrygian. All it is no matter what key you do this in, all these things I've taught in D major are the same. You move them all to another key. Your first block in a key would be whatever note you're talking about. Say if we say D major, well then if you use the block on the low E that starts with the D note and go up, that's Ionian. If we were talking E major, it's starting with the E note. Or whatever key, that's your number one block. Your second block, no matter what key you're talking about, would give you the Dorian flavor. In this case, we're staying on the D major key, so we start with the second note of that D major and just go from that E note to E, and it becomes E Dorian. Your third block, from whatever major key you're dealing with, would give you the Phrygian flavor. Your fourth block would give you the Lydian flavor. And this is, so it does, in this case it's G. And then the fifth would be your Mixolydian. And your sixth block would be your natural minor. And your seventh block would be a diminished or low crane mode, it's called. That goes for any key. So we've been working on this in D major. And so I went over all the scale blocks with the pentatonic. I went over all the diatonic scale. That just means your full scale of do, re, mi. Now I want to show you chord in basic. There's tons of a major chord. All you need is its first, its third, and its 5. In the case of D, its 1 is D because that's the key. Its third is an F sharp because in do, re, mi, all those numbers, 1, 3, 5, minor sharp 9, or all these numbers, all those are derived from the major scale. All that stuff, flat 5, sharp 9, all the numbers are derived from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's why it's imperative to learn those 7 scale blocks, and of course the pentatonic in that scale. So so for a D to be a full chord, we got a D. It's 5 as an A note, and then it's 1 again, and then it's third, F sharp. Well, you can also do an inversion here, where you starting with the third here, and your 5 and your 1, and go like that. That's another form of a D. Or here's another one if I put the root in. All right, so, and then if I wanted to start with this, that's another form of a D major. And then I could start with the bottom notes. That's the 5, it's an A note. And then that's your root note, and that's your third. See? These things are all for me, because I learned all these things. I would pick a day and I would milk one thing that day, just one thing. And so you could take that and arpeggiate it. And out of those things, I find creativity. Start just arpeggiating, but I'm staying all in the things that are of the key of D. I might focus on the A Mixolydian flavor or the G Lydian, but I'm using all the same freaking notes. I'm just utilizing the same 7 notes from the Do, Re, Mi of D major. So here's another thing you can do. And what I used to do with this, that I would take just that. Maybe for just 10 minutes, I'd just screw around with just pure D major and do all the different things, find different things that I can come up with. You know, just arpeggiating, that's what I call this kind of stuff. I'm taking a D bar chord right here, and I'm just picking all down. And I'm sliding up to that third, major third of D, the F sharp. And when I slide up to the 5, the A, now I'm right at the D major block, and I'll go. And, you know, just simple things. And then I'll walk down the B minor / D major pentatonic from there. This is just another thing you can add, but you want to make sure you get that pentatonic down solid, not just from 2 places, but from stem to stern. Because when you work them, you start hearing things, and you start, whoa, I like that, and you start creating. You start putting more things into your toolbox. So what I did also with that, you know, basically I would take just a D chord, and everything matters. Whatever you can know adds to what you can do. So and then I'm trying to think of what the next note would be. It would be this. All right, so learn those, you know. Basically what that is in any key, your basics of theory or whatever they want to call it is a major, a minor, a minor, a major, a major, a minor, and then a diminished, and then a, you know, so really going to be beneficial for you to learn those things. So back to this D thing, it's just, I'll call out the numbers of the D major. They're triads, really, is all they are. A triad, a 1, 3, and a 5, D major. 5, 3, 3, 1. That meaning the 1 is the D note, the 3 is an F sharp in D major, and the 5 is an A, which is also where your mixolydian is when you play out of there, that flavor. So 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3. That's what you got in that block. Now then, so that's your D, starting with the A note. That's an E-shaped chord. E-shaped like this, right? But it's down on the A string. And then your next 3 is this. And then you're gonna hear things when you learn these and work on them. Plus you're gonna start knowing the fretboard. So the second one up, we're also in the D major, you got E Dorian. Well, it's also E minor pentatonic will work over that E Dorian. Even though it comes from the key of D major. D major. So here's your triad from the D to the E. This is a major, minor. It's an E minor or E Dorian. So you got the 5 of the E is a B note. It's minor third because the E in this case is a minor. Is the G a minor third? And then your root for the E minor E Dorian here is the E. 5, 3, minor third. 1, 5. The next one up from that is your F sharp minor or triad. Your F sharp minor triad, which is in D major. It's also, if you were to use the F sharp block of the scale notes that I already taught you in the video, it would be the Phrygian flavor. Alright, so it's here, starting on the C sharp note. Same shape, exact shape as the one we just did with the E. Now you go up to the C sharp note and do the exact same thing you just did there. It's 2 frets up. Alright? What am I doing? I ain't been playing, plugging in anyway. And then your 4 chord in any key. In this case, the 4 chord is a G major. The scale block that goes with the D major that I already laid out for you is G Lydian. Which is also, the major flavor. So, again, the shape we're going to do here, starting at the D note, is the exact same shape we started with the D chord right here. For the major stuff, those shapes are the same. So now we're up at the D note here on the lower E string, same shape as the first one we did. Sorry. I'm screwing up here. Then you go up 2 frets from that one, and you got your A triad or arpeggio thing, whatever. So the D one and the G one and the A one are all the same shape. Alright, and the 1, 2 in between is just a minor shape, the E and the F sharp. So that's your D major one here. Your E minor or Dorian flavor. It's also the same in E minor too, because the triads are the same. So, and then the last, where were we? Up to the A. And then the B natural minor one, you start with the F sharp note with your ring finger. This one's the same shape as the E one here was and the F sharp one was here. Right here. And then the last one, you move up 1 fret, and it's an odd shape for the diminished. I never really do these. And then back to the D. What they've helped me with is by playing them, you know, I start creating things, and, you know, I know that minor shape. Now this is A minor, so what do I want? Like an E minor, what do we got? All these variations that when you hear them, we're going to be able to start creating cool songs. That's an E minor, we know that. It's just an A minor shape, E minor, B minor, C minor, you know all that. So then you start having all this. You know, you start hearing these other things that you could go to and maybe use in creating something, you know. And then you can jump into your D major scale blocks doing stuff like that. So, you know, you start, and that's staying in a key. If you take a key and you go, well, what's in there? Well, there's these triplets or arpeggio things are in there. The diatonic scales, that pentatonic. There's much more. There's the dyads too. You know, all this stuff. You know. But to get to where you know what, you know, work them to get to where you know what all of it is everywhere, not just a couple spots, and you become sure of yourself, and you also, by working and learning these things, you start hearing. You just toy with these different things, but pick one thing. Don't run off and try to play in another key and do all these other things. Just work to master that one key.